After 12 years, Paulose had finally returned, but he was no longer the helpless young man who had disappeared into the forest. He had come back carrying knowledge that no ordinary priest could ever understand.
The old priest could hardly believe his eyes. The boy he had raised like a son was alive. He embraced Paulose with tears, thanking God for returning him from what everyone believed was certain death.
The priest asked where he had been all these years, but Paulose remembered the oath he had made inside the cave, so he only said that strangers had captured him and imprisoned him in a faraway place. That very evening, another strange event shook the village. The church caretaker came running in fear, trembling as he spoke. He said terrifying creatures had appeared inside the church. The villagers were too frightened to go near the church. The creatures were enormous, dark, and inhuman. No one dared ring the church bell or enter the holy place. The moment Paulose heard the description, he knew the truth. The creatures were from the secret cave. They had come searching for the student who escaped. Ignoring everyone's fear, Paulose calmly walked toward the church. The old priest begged him not to go, but Paulose said that no harm would come if God willed otherwise. Inside the church courtyard stood the monstrous beings from the cave. They had come to take him back, but Paulose no longer feared them. Paulose spoke firmly. "This is a holy place. Leave now and return the way you came. If you remain here, your fate will be in my hands." The creatures rushed toward him, determined to capture him. But before they could touch him, Paulose whispered a secret spell learned inside the forbidden cave. In an instant, every creature collapsed to the ground, like trees struck by lightning. They lay motionless before the church, powerless against Paulose's magic. The priest and the villagers stood in shock. They had never seen such power. The young man who had once vanished into the forest had returned with abilities beyond imagination. The old priest asked whether the creatures were dead. Paulose replied, "No, but they can be if needed." Then he cast another spell and awakened them. The creatures rose in fear. Bowing before Paulose, they begged for mercy and fled into the darkness. No one in the village ever forgot that night. From that day onward, the people no longer saw him as Paulose Shamashan. They began calling him Kadamattathu Kathanar, the priest who commanded unseen powers. And his legend spread across Kerala.